Okay, everybody, this is Dr. Bill Williams. I just opened up the webinar tonight, so we're ready to go. We're running live on YouTube tonight, and we're going to really go around the world with some interesting information I want to share with you guys. And I'm looking forward to presenting to you news that you can use, something that's going to put some money in your pocket, something that is going to be revolutionary to those who've not heard this. Hello, Dirk Bias out there in the real world. Glad you got friends on board already. See, we've got a number of participants lined up already in this room. So I'm glad that we can present you guys. If you have anybody that you want to bring in, of course, this is a good night to do it, Thursday night in November. So I'm going to go right to the screen and I'm going to share with you the slideshow. We'll get started right on time, 8 o'clock. Why we're going to start on time? Because your time is valuable and we don't need to wait any longer. All righty, so the topic is build wealth and earn cash flow with no obligation to sell anything. That means you can make success in this program that we're talking about tonight, being a part of it without having to go out and talk to your friends. You don't have to go out and market anything to anybody. It's a perfect multiple source of income, MSI. I started talking about multiple sources of incomes over 30 years ago when I was working as a dentist, and I would teach dentists how to be more effective and more efficient. 46 years of doing dentistry though, and I got to the point where after I'd been a coach for 30 years, a consultant, a clinician, teaching all over the world, trained as a certified guerrilla marketing instructor with J. Conrad Levinson. And I authored 2 books about dental management and productivity and efficiency, leadership and communication. So I did all that and I was focused on how to help dentists make more income in shorter time so they could enjoy their family life. You know, I was focused on helping people enjoy the good life, render good service to their patients, but also have a fair return on their investment, all the years they spent in dental school. And so what I found out was that everybody doesn't have the same knowledge, the same drive, the same understanding of how to be effective and efficient. And so I put together a book on the practices that I learned over the years from the other experts that I studied under. And I call it the $10,000 a day dentist because I was looking to show people how you could be more effective and efficient. So I taught thousands of dentists how to do that. But what I got to the end of the line and I decided it's good to be effective and efficient, but sometimes you want to get off that treadmill. You work hard, but sometimes you want to sit back and relax. And so it's hard for a dentist, a medical profession, a lawyer to stop cold and still have a good income if they don't go back to work, if they don't go back to the chair, go back to the operating room or back to the courtroom. And so I wanted something that would serve people better than just having to go to work every day. So I figured out a major answer was to have multiple sources of income, not just one that you produce by your own hands. And so the answer is, how do you fill the blanks in to supplement your primary source of income? And once you figure that out, then you can start to think about relaxing a little bit, taking time off, and actually having a retirement that you could enjoy. And my goal right now is to show you how you can double your income. That means you could, if you're making 10, 25, 50, $100,000 a year, how can you double that and eventually quit your main job when you get to the point where you're 60, 70 years old, you don't want to work. Maybe you want to retire at 50. The goal is getting to the point where you don't have to go to work, where you don't have to do everything you've done for the last 20, 30 years to make an income so you can enjoy your family life. So my idea is let's create a massive, not just massive, a recurring massive income, one that comes because you set it up properly rather than one where you go and work every day. So you saw the wheel that you filled in, all the different income centers. Well, this wheel is ONPASSIVE. We're introducing that tonight to many people who haven't seen it before. ONPASSIVE is a series of income centers. And I'm going to describe the income centers that come from it so that you can figure out, what can I do over the next 4 or 5 years to be able to retire in style. So what we're going to do tonight is talk about what ONPASSIVE actually is, who's in charge of it, what are the products, why are the products needed, why become a founder, which is the most important thing you need to know, because the founder position goes away within just weeks, maybe. There are benefits to the founder position that you don't get anywhere else. No other position, no other job, no other investment, anything you do probably would not equal being a founder in ONPASSIVE. And we can show you how to get started today. So what is exactly this ONPASSIVE? It's an international AI, artificial intelligence information technology company with offices in Orlando, Florida, Hyderabad, India, Singapore, Dubai, and they just opened one in Bangladesh. So they're growing all over the world. They're in 216 countries. Total Internet Business Solution is what this is. It's a series of platform services, business tools for you to go everywhere across the internet, and it's done for you. You don't have to run it yourself. All the tools you need are in the platform. So it's the perfect wealth creation cash flow vehicle for anyone who's busy doing other things. You can have this, you can have it in your back pocket, but you don't have to run it yourself. This is the office in Orlando that I've been in and met with the CEO, founder, Ashma Farah. This is the offices in Hyderabad, India that house 600 employees, engineers, high-tech people who run the development program for this whole operation. Now, Mr. Ashma Farah is a master of information technology, and he's been in this business 20 years, learning from the ground up how to do it. He's been in success in many times in many different areas, but this is the first business that he's owned, that he's put his stamp on, that he's run all himself. His attendance at Harvard and MIT stands for itself. In the news all over the world right now is the word ONPASSIVE. People are finding out about it. People are writing about it. Articles are coming out in major newspapers. And when we got together in Orlando and met, we talked about how to do a couple of strategic things. One of them was bringing the medical profession together with the IT world that Ash is creating. And so we were doing some strategic planning on how to maximize the introduction of this concept to all the doctors of the world. Our new model is unique because it does two things. One, it provides a platform for those who currently have a business so that they can be much more successful. Number two, and I think this is the biggest one, we provide to those who have no business or success in online marketing a plug-and-play system that guarantees their success, no effort needed on their part. So you don't have to have a business. You can run this thing totally on automatic with the tools that you get provided. All you do is belong, and you have a successful business. So we're helping people obtain abundance by generating cash flow and creating wealth through the vehicle of automation and artificial intelligence. Now, if I showed you a list of all the products that we have, this is only about half of them, you would be amazed at what breadth and depth we have. So it's the e-learning systems, it's the O-mail communication systems, it's O-post, O-capture, O-virtual. So all these different terms are basically taking segments of the internet business and putting them under a umbrella. You're going to have everything you need to do everything that's needed in business. Now, if you think about it, you've never heard of any of those other products before because they've not been launched. But you've heard of all of these. These are examples of the competitors that we'll be going up against. These are the ones, these products you use every day. If you're in business, you're probably using many of them. If you're not even in business, you are just a consumer, you probably use Gmail every day. You use Google every day. Well, ONPASSIVE will have a competitive product in every one of these categories. And if that's the case, there's going to be some real interesting growth coming up. You notice that we had Facebook in there, we had YouTube, we had Google. Well, under the ONPASSIVE umbrella, everything's going to be included. That means there's going to be one low fee for every one of the products. There's not going to be extra fees for every product. There's not going to be upsells. There's not going to be add-ons. Everything here is run under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. They're all integrated together. That's the beauty of this whole thing, is that everything is integrated together. And so you can move information back and forth between the programs without having to copy and paste and log in and log out and sign in this and close that one. Everything is going to be on a one sign-on type of a login approach. So this is a unique product. It's done for you totally. There's no recruiting or converting of leads. You don't have to actually go out and talk to people or sell people and get them to say yes. The automation is in here. The guaranteed targeted traffic that comes with the program is a proprietary technology, and it's developed with artificial intelligence at the core to do the work for us. It understands what we need. It gets it done. It manages all the customer support, and we'll have live customer support to stand behind the automated customer support. But you don't have to do it. It's all done by ONPASSIVE. The tools you need for success are included. Everything's accessible, as I said, with one single login. So you could have, just an app, a handheld device, a laptop computer, and run your whole business by logging in one time. It's totally self-funding too. And I think people finally look at this, they go, well, how much does all this cost? Well, basically, once you're in, there's no more cost. It's self-funding. You don't have to keep paying every month. You don't have to keep paying year after year. Everything will be included in your one-time sign up and one-time activation fee. So where do these customers come from? Well, they're using the company products that you see over on the left right now. If you're in the e-learning business, you're probably familiar with Udacity, Udemy. If you're doing email, of course, Gmail and Yahoo, JMailer Pro, Screencast-O-Matic, Zoom, GoToWebinar, GoFundMe, GoDaddy, Kajabi, QuickBooks. You're using these products. I know half of these are in my house every day being used. And my wife uses them all, takes care of the books. So we know that these products that we have are going to go up against the major players. And we know that our products are better. We know that they're newer, built from the ground up. And so we know that we're going to make a dent in the market. So look at this market potential right here for just 11 products. If you talk about the 11 products we've got listed, OStaff, OChat, OAcademy, OConnect, OMail, ODomain, those things, if we go down the list, have a certain market that they take up. The group of products that make up those, the education, the communication, the IP tracker, those things take up a segment of the market and have a value where people pay for those products. And if you look at the total for those 11 products right there, it's a $400 billion market. And we don't have 11 products. We have 50 products. We're going after a group of internet businesses that will probably close in on $1 trillion market value when we get it all said and done. Even the traffic right there, we're going to become the traffic. We're going to become as busy as Facebook or Google when we talk about traffic once we mature. And that's because everything that we have is run off of artificial intelligence. We have a system that once you put it all together, it's beyond imagination. So we always ask people to imagine this. What if you had a funding solution for any cause, a charity or startup company? What if you could say, I've got a good mission project I want to do in Africa. I want to drill wells, water wells, things we've done in Africa. What if I wanted to go there and drill 100 wells? How could I fund that? Well, it costs maybe $25,000 or $30,000 per well. And so you just put a plan together, you advertise it to the world of people who would like to support that cause, and then they donate to the cause, and it goes into Bless. And that Bless is a GoFundMe or a pay it forward type of a program where people donate, and we don't take a percentage. And so we have unique properties of each of our programs that are better than those that are out there. What about the immediate payment into a digital wallet? A lot of times you're in a company and they'll hold the money for, 30 days, 60 days before they pay you once the customer buys the product. Well, on ONPASSIVE, we pay you the same day a customer buys a product. So it's immediate payment into your wallet 24/7 every day of the year. There's unlimited residual passive income paid daily. The top marketing automation is done for you. You don't have to figure out where the traffic is coming from. We'll get it for you. We'll make the website for you. We will close the deal for you. That means that the automation process takes people from the whole start of the funnel, the beginning of a funnel, and goes all the way through the funnel and makes the sale all for you without you doing anything. So if you understand funnels and somebody can make a funnel that's successful and you're the one that receives the income, that's the ideal business. We have guaranteed visitors and conversion. So everybody who's a founder has guaranteed traffic. We have breakthrough products for automation of financial freedom for you. And there's a lot more. So we'll keep going. And then I think people always ask why. What's the main reason all this is possible? Well, it's all because of artificial intelligence. If you don't have the artificial intelligence, you can't do this. We are changing the world of digital marketing with artificial intelligence. The future right now, it's here. It's right in front of us. We're not having to wait 10 years for this. We, as a company, are 5 years ahead of our time, but more up to date than any other company. Why is that? Because we developed it all in the last 2 years. It's done for you. It's effortlessly done by the systems, by the automation. We build your customer base. We grow your income. We provide over 50 in-demand products and services. We automatically send traffic to your website, and it seamlessly follows up on the leads and converts them so that they become your ONPASSIVE customer base. You're your customers on your website, and you're not part of some big, massive ONPASSIVE website and you get a little piece. No, we build a website just for you with your domain, and you own it. And from that point on, we market through that website for you. So we manage all the customer support, and it provides a system for maximum customer retention. So what do I mean by customer retention? The people that buy the products are going to be so loyal that they'll never leave. So you're going to have lifetime income. They're going to be loyal because we're going to pay them to use the products. Over time, customers will begin to see that they will actually have income accruing to them should they choose to become a reseller. And so if they choose to be a reseller, that means they're getting income from use of the product, because there's going to be a viral network of advertising going on. And anytime somebody connects with some other person using our products, they're going to get an opportunity to have a free trial, to be a guest on the product. And if they can see it, they'll probably buy it because it's going to be superior to everybody else. So this is very important to understand. The maximum customer retention comes from the better product, the all connectedness, the better value, far better value than any other product list. And so they can't turn it down. It's going to be just pretty phenomenal. Here's kind of the growth curve. If you look at the list of how many people have come in, and we took a snapshot, January of 2019, we had 10,000 after about 6 months of getting a startup going. And this last month, we got up to 955,000. And in November now, we have 1,040,000 in ONPASSIVE, 1,040,000. So we're growing at a steady rate. And we have a stated goal of having 1 million founders when we launch. And so we've just this last week, we reached that goal. And so what we're doing now is we're getting ready for the launch, and it's going to be very soon. Ashman Foy created ONPASSIVE, just like Zuckerberg, Musk, Jobs, and Bezos created their massive companies. Now, one thing that they didn't do that we're doing is we're sharing this company with our founders. These guys on the bottom didn't share this company with their many friends. They basically own it and sold shares. And so we are a different company, and we say we are artificial intelligence with heart. We are a company that's dedicated to solving some of the world's major crises: hunger, starvation, homelessness, medical problems. Now, we have a goal to do a lot more than just become a big giant company. So let's talk about some of the positions that you can have in the company. And the main one, the best choice, of course, is the one that is available now for only a few more weeks. It's called founder. Someone who joins before the official global launch is a founder, and you pay a founder's fee to join. Upon launch, you'll become automatically a customer and a reseller, but you don't have to sell anything. You can become a customer and use all the products for one low price. And then you can be a reseller. That means you'll get overrides and commissions from people that come in that are recommended by you or by ONPASSIVE selling customer shares under you. Now, if you do it before global launch, get people in to join, it's called pre-building your customer base. And that is a very lucrative thing to do. So we want to grow our company with founders up until we reach that point where we go to global launch. And so everyone who's a founder has the ability to pre-build. And that means invite your family and friends, basically. And if you do that, you're setting up what's called a family legacy and a family dynasty, that your family will be taken care of for life, not just yourself. And that's one of the goals that we have in ONPASSIVE, is making sure our families go with us instead of leaving them behind. A customer, on the other hand, is the general public that buy one or more of the products, but not the entire suite. So they'll like some of these things. They might like staff for the HR management of a company. They might like accounting so they can get rid of QuickBooks and use their own product. And it's all included, and they don't have to pay a monthly fee that's large. It goes up to thousands of dollars. Everything's going to be included in ONPASSIVE for a very low fee, far lower than most of the other competition out there. If you're a reseller, that means that you're a customer who buys the entire product suite, and you get the highly targeted traffic with it. That means we build a website and we target the traffic through there just like a founder. And you have a license to get overrides from people who you bring into the business. So a reseller can do very well with this. And like I said, every founder will be a reseller and a customer. A founder position is something that you treat as a business. You can have as many founder positions as you wish. There are a lot of people who have 10, 20, 30, 50. ONPASSIVE places founders in your base during our VIP, our semi-launch, that part of the time period during our pre-launch and launch sequence, where we're ready to show the products to the founders and beta test them, but before we go to global launch. So during that VIP launch period is when we get to have ONPASSIVE placing founders under us. And that's going to be like a bonus that we get just for testing the products out. Now, founders can add more founders under them. And if you triple your number of founders, then you would probably triple your income. If you get 10x or 50x the number of founders in your group, that means your income is going to go up even more. So there's a real advantage to having a pre-built team. Customers, on the other hand, are placed in your base, and they are an income center forever, an income center that pays you dividends. There can be multiples added by the company. Say if they add 3 every 2 months, that would be a growth cycle of 3, 9, 27, et cetera. And in a year, if you kept that same growth rate up, you'd have 729 customers paying you monthly as we go through. And there's a formula for the payout, but we don't really want to go into the formula. What we want to talk about is the goal of the company is to get as many customers for you. Even I've seen as much as 100 million customers in the first year. I think it's going to be more than that, actually, because the number of founders was originally thought would be 100,000 or 200,000 when they started 2 or 3 years ago. But now, with all the million founders, we're going to have far more likely join us in the first year than 100 million. So we'll see. Time will tell. The global market is 4.8 billion, and because people can have more than one position, there's no limit to how much market share you can get. It's not just limited to 4.8 billion people that use the internet. So pretty exciting. Let's look at the potential for passive income. 50 products are made this year by ONPASSIVE. Most of them will be released within the first 6 months. When these products are released, they'll be charging subscription fees to use them. So there'll be like a cost per product. They'll be bundled together for some people, so they'll have a cost per customer. The resellers will be working to increase their teams, their sales organizations, and we'll also have ad sales being paid. You know how Facebook and Google make their money by having ads placed on their sites, right? You can do AdSense, you can do all kind of pay-per-click things, but they just make their money that way, and there's not too many other income centers for those companies. But ONPASSIVE has many income centers, not just the ad sales, but we're going to have ad sales, and we're going to take a lot of that business that goes to Facebook or Google. It's going to go right through ONPASSIVE. So that's another source of income that's going to be shared with the founders. So let's take a couple of examples of how passive income grows when you have a founder position, you have a customer, and you have 50 products. So how many of those products do they buy individually, or do they buy the whole package? Well, the number of income centers that they have to choose from is 50 when you got 1, 1, and 50. But what if you had 9 customers? Well, that opens up the door to more income because they've got 450 income centers total. People want to have a different product, they buy it. And so you have options. What if in a year you got that 729 we talked about by multiplying every 2 months, 3 customers, and then you got 36,000 income centers when you look at all the potential purchase points. I like to make an analogy like this is like a store. You walk in and you got a lot of things, 50 things on the shelf that customers coming in every day could buy. So if there's 2 or 3 customers coming in every day, they could buy quite a few things. But what if you had 100 customers coming in every day, 1,000 customers coming in every day? They'd buy more things, right? So that's the analogy. And not only do you have customers and products, but you have actual stores. A founder position is like a store. If you had a filling station on every corner and you had a pump, one pump, then one car could pull up to one pump. But if you had 12 pumps, like at a Quick Trip, and 12 cars could pull up every 10 minutes and fill up and go, you'd have more income centers. And so ONPASSIVE is just like a department store or a filling station or a series of filling stations. You could have all kinds of combinations of these different stores, products, and customers coming in, increasing your income. So that's the analogy that I'm making. If you had founder positions increasing 1 position, 3 positions, 10 or 50, then you're shortening the time it takes to get to your goal. So you basically can do this. You can set a goal for a certain income, say $10,000 a month. And if you want to make $10,000 a month, you have to have a certain number of stores, you have to have a certain number of customers, and a certain number of products on the shelf for people to buy. And all these analogies I'm making, they're not a actual figure or a component of the ONPASSIVE pay plan or funding structure. What they are is designed to give you an idea of what's possible. Earnings will vary greatly depending on individual effort, and income amounts in no way serves to guarantee your income. The entire exercise is meant to spur your imagination and inspire bigger dreams. And I think we've showed a way to increase your number of stores, number of customers, number of products. Automatically, ONPASSIVE is going to add products every year. And the great thing about it is that our CEO has told us, we're not going to increase your fee. If I go to 100 products in 2 years, you're not going to have an increase in fee. You're going to get all 150 products for the same money. So what will your compensation do every month? It'll increase. Yes, it will. Will you eventually get to that $10,000 goal a month or perhaps even a day? I think it's highly likely over time that you will. And so everybody listening to this, you should understand that over time, this is a very lucrative type of a business where the customer base grows and you get a small percentage of the customers that come in. That money goes into your pocket from that sale. So in all cases, there's no limit, there's no cap on income potential. Most people don't understand that, but it's really the most important thing is that there is no limit or cap where you max out. The journey to becoming the next unicorn company has already begun and it's already been accomplished. That means that $100 million, $1 billion company rather, is the definition of a unicorn company. And because we're privately owned and we're debt-free, as a startup with a valuation of 10 billion, if you look at all the numbers of products and all the number of founders that we already have, we have an exceeding number of beyond the unicorn company number. Where are we today? What's the timeline? Well, if you join us today, you pay $97. That's the joining fee. At the VIP launch, which is coming right up almost any day now, that time period where we go into beta testing, then you're going to find the price may increase. It will increase to the next level. And then at the global launch, that's when we pay the initial activation fee. Somewhere between $200 and $300 is what we estimate it to be. And the founder position will close at global launch. So you pay once to join and pay once to have an activation of your products. After that, there's no out-of-pocket money. The subscription fee that is paid every month is coming out of profits and not out of your pocket. And so there's a profit every time there's a new customer, you get a profit. And after 3 customers, then that pays for your subscription fee. You can buy as many founder positions as you want. And with all these options you have, the customer base you can build, the positions you can buy, and the increasing number of products that are being added every year, this is the ultimate multiple source of income option, is unlimited income. So one thing we saw a couple of weeks ago was a big surprise in Hyderabad was the gift to the managers started, and every month they're giving away an automobile to a very hardworking, successful team member. Anywhere in the company, a person can win, not just the top managers, but all up and down the company. If they vote to be the winner of that month, they're going to get a free automobile, 1 per month. So Ash is doing a great job of giving away things to people to show his gratitude, laptops, iPhones, things that are just unexpected in business. We completely run your whole business online for you. It's all done for you. Everything's on autopilot, meaning the advertising, the marketing, the leads, the signups, the recruiting, the team building. This is just perfect for any business that you want to run it for. As I said, it could be for your business you already have. If you're a nail salon, a service station, a dental office, any business you have can make this work for them because you get the leads, you get new business, targeted ads. And also, if you don't have a business, you can let this be your business and it'll turn out to be your best business. It's the only business you need. You don't need to run another business. So my recommendation tonight is to lock in your founder position right now, today. And I want to thank you for viewing. I think you don't realize it if you haven't hung around us before, but we are a movement. We're not just a company. We're working towards a better world for everyone. And we have some of the most unusual products, things that will move the needle forward for those people who are less fortunate. Because of our Oh Blessed program, we're going to have 1 million founders who are looking for projects to support, 1 million projects to put money into to help people who are less fortunate. So we're going to make shoes for the shoeless, homes for the homeless. We're going to help the hungry, the sick, the elderly, the orphans, and the widows. We're here looking for projects. So this is part of what the ONPASSIVE movement is all about. Ash has a goal. He wants to make 1 million Mother Teresas, people who give back to the community. He also wants to be making 1 million millionaires so that they are financially set so they can give back more generously. So we know you can't give from an empty pocket. And so we're going to fill the pockets so that the gift giving can be a lot more effortless. This is a wealth creation and cash flow vehicle for you with a purpose. So if you want to be part of our team, you just enroll through jvgenius.com/enroll cash flow. And, it may be a week from now that we go into the VIP soft launch, the semi-launch, that portion where we're beta testing all the products. And so the fee goes up. It could be a week or two later, could be then we go to the global launch. The global launch, when it happens, closes out the founder positions. And so that's the thing I want to warn anyone about who's not focused. Time is running out. We've been developing these products for almost 3 years. And because we've developed them to the point where they're perfected, then we can roll them out to the public. And once we roll them out, we don't need any more founders. All we need is customers. You could be a customer, you'd be very happy, but you'd be much more happy if you had an inside position and were able to say, yeah, I'm getting income from using these products and I'm getting income from recommending these products to my friends. So what I want to do is go into a Q&A, and if you've got a chat room over here, I'll be glad to take your questions. And if you want to speak, I can bring you on as a speaker, and glad to see who's here tonight. Let's see. Dario, Dion, Dirk, Edward, Jawan, Jody, John, Joseph, AJ, Victor, Tanya. Hey, I see Nancy's here. Michael, Marie Del Sally, Leroy, Tyron. Now, I've talked to Tyron before. He was here before. So anybody got a question, raise your hand. Anybody want to type into the chat, do that. And we'll look and see what your questions are. Great opportunity for anybody who wants to get in now because we close soon. There's a couple of pending positions left, and those who know what pending positions are, very valuable. You can take an extra position, call a pending position. So send a note in if you want a pending position. Early dated pending positions have great value. So looking to see if anybody has a question. Raise your hand if you do. In the Q&A, if you've got a founder position now, can you get additional founder positions after the global launch? No, you cannot. There are no more founder positions at all by anyone, anyhow, after the global launch. You need to do it now. And it's very important, if you don't have any, to get one. Ash has told us that one position will make you financially set for life. He's also made it abundantly clear that you can have as many as you want. And so if one's good, two's better. If three's good, five's better. So it's just a matter of what you can afford and what you'd like to have. But each one's an income center. And the thing I like about having multiple positions is that the dreams can be bigger, the gift giving can be bigger. And I started thinking the other day, what would I do if I had extra money? I've been a dentist all my life, 46 years, and I've done well. And I feel like I've been pretty generous all my life. Been to Africa 15 times in South America and Central America and Vietnam on missions. And I've done good things. I've helped the community locally here. But what could I do if I had 5 times or 10 times that much money? I could do a lot more good. I could do a lot more mission work. I could do a lot more donations to causes that I believe in. And so there's no reason that you should limit yourself to your thinking. You can do anything you want. And this is all part of the whole process. Is Ash wants to create it for us. He wants the system that really works for us, that works for our GoFundMe, our Bless GoFundMe program. Okay, I'm going to close down the program. If you don't have any more questions, if you do have questions, let me know, and I'll be glad to share with you any answers that I have. Raise your hand if you have a question, otherwise we'll close it out tonight. There you go. AJ, you got a question? I'll bring you on.
Yeah, hi there. Yeah,
Yes,
this
sir.
is AJ Goodwin with Waterfall Music and the Foundation for Paul Lloyd Warner. So what you're saying is that it's a $97 package. It's a one-time, or is this a per month payment?
You pay one time to join, and every year you renew. There'll be a renewal fee, but again, it comes out of profit, so you don't ever pay anything. You'll have a lot more profits than it costs to renew. Also, every month, your subscription is paid for out of profit. So when we get our income, there'll be a digital wallet. And in that digital wallet, there'll be 2 different segments. One is to hold the money that goes toward our subscription fee, and one goes for the money we can take out. So after you have 3 people in your group, 3 customers, that pays for your subscription fee. And that means that if you got 100 customers, you're getting 3 of them to pay for your subscription, and 97 of them you get to take home.
Right. And then, so the main thing is that with the product portfolio that you've been sharing with us is to replace the Gmail and the Zoom and the GoFundMes, and to use this platform as an all-in-one place.
Absolutely, so yes.
So then that way,
you can keep your other programs, but most people will want to migrate to use all of the ONPASSIVE programs because they'll be better, cheaper, and higher value.
Right. We've joined NowSite AI technology, and I don't know how close this is to that. This looks like it has a whole other series of products in the portfolio, but it looks like it's doing some of the same thing. I just want to, because, as a nonprofit, the Paul Lloyd Warner Foundation is to give back and to pay it forward and to work with people all over the world. And we have a very large library of his instrumental classical music and a very large body of writings. And so, our whole focus for the world after selling over 1 million albums is to give back and pay it forward and to find ways that we can do things like that. And I love how, the focus is to, work with people that are in need.
Yeah, when you get inside ONPASSIVE, you'll find that it becomes the main focus. ONPASSIVE is going to be financially successful. And so because everybody kind of realized that, they turn their eyes to what they're going to do once they're financially successful and what can they do to plus other people. The OBLESS program is not going to take a fee for any of the project distribution. So that's kind of an interesting take. Most of the people that raise money, they charge 2, 3, 5, 10%.
Yes, they do.
We're charging 0%.
Wow.
It's a give back program from the very beginning. We're going to be so successful that we want to have multiple avenues of ways to give back. And so that's one of them. If you talk about an employer, ONPASSIVE hires people and treats them so well that they'll never leave the company. They have a guaranteed increase in salary every month. They have gifts and perks that are unparalleled in the industry. So, from the very word go, it's a company for the people that work for it, the people that are founders, the people that are going to be resellers, the people that are going to be customers. Nobody's going to go away from it saying, I didn't win.
Right. So then, yeah, I can understand that with, having so many different product portfolios, and then why a lot of people would be working with OnPassive, and they would just do nothing but grow with the company.
Exactly.
So then the launching of this is going to be more likely in 2022.
Actually, I still think it's going to be 2021. We've got 2 months left and the products are finished. What we're doing right now is tying up some loose ends on the wallet, the legal ends of how to distribute money in 213 countries, getting all the people that have to say yes to allow us to do the money transfers in every country. So it's really close to the finish line. And if we hadn't had that COVID, we'd have been done a while, because we really got shut down in India where our developer team was. But we forged ahead and now we're ready. And, there's some good news in the main office about where we are with the finished product. And so it's just a matter of time that we release the first 6 or 7 of them for the beta testing. Like I say, it could be this week, could be real soon. And our CEO has stated, once we go to the beta test, it's 2 to 12 weeks of successful testing. Then we go into the full launch to the public. So it could be 12 weeks, could be into the early part of next year, but it could be that in 2 weeks, that's still in November. So we shall see very soon, I think.
Wow, it's very impressive.
Yeah, to put together the number of products in a 2 or 3 year periods, fantastic. And they've done a yeoman's, got the best in the world putting these things together in Hyderabad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love India.
Well, thanks for your questions, AJ. Excellent.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much.
Anybody else got a question? I'm glad for you to ask questions. I'll answer them. And AJ, you got any more questions? I'm glad to take yours.
So, yeah, all right. So let's say I join up in the program. How long is the onboarding usually? And because there's usually a body of onboarding, and it seems like there's a lot to learn and to be a part of here.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to be a member, you can sign up in about 3 minutes. That's how long it takes to sign up. And then you have full opportunity to do everything. And you don't ever have to do anything else. And that means the company's going to do all the work for you, and they'll grow it at the pace they grow it. But for those who are founders who want to pre-build, that means they've got to understand it a little bit, and they've got to do a little bit of work to understand how to tell people about what it is. And so we have a whole system. We have a back office with a lot of pages and links where people can get a landing page. We have like 150 landing pages that we give you that are personalized to you. You can send those out to your friends and let them see what's going on with different messages from the different landing pages. And we have webinars like 4 or 5 a day all around the world. Okay. We've got corporate webinars, individual ones like mine here. We have a leadership council that's worldwide. And I've been on the leadership council for about 1 year and 3 months. So the number of support people you have, we have onboarding videos for you. And it takes probably about 20 minutes to go through an onboarding video, and you know everything you need to know. Plus, if you want to understand the products, you got to go through and look at 50 products. Right. But that's not a big deal, because you're not going to use all of them particularly. You're going to just you're going to promote 1 or 2 probably, and everybody else will choose the ones they like. Not too much involved, really. I think mostly what I do as a leader is help people figure out how to open an email, put in a password, and get their sign up. That's about the hardest work there is to get non-literate people who don't know the internet, they don't know computers, how they could sign up. Would you believe that we have like 15, 20,000 people in Papua New Guinea where they don't even have internet in some places, signed up as members? All around the world, with 1 million members in 213 countries, some places have members that don't even have an internet. That means you're going to get an income that's going to be the same amount of production as I get in the United States. They're going to get that in Papua New Guinea or Haiti or Barbados. So this is really an egalitarian company all around the world. And that's kind of one reason I put the flags up tonight, is to show that we're multinational, multiracial, multicultural, multilingual. You know, one of our products is going to be OConnect, and it's going to be able to have like 80 different languages translated and text as you talk. And you'll be able to speak to people all over the world in a webinar.
Wow. And then it would actually change it to their language?
Yeah, on the fly, as I speak. I don't know how that works. It's artificial intelligence. It works well, but I'm waiting for the one that does the automatic voice transition. That's going to be even more superior. Hope that'll come out pretty soon. I don't know. That's kind of my wish. I speak in English and it comes out in Spanish or Russian. One day it'll happen.
Yeah, it is. It's happening right before us in our lifetime. And then, so then once we are joined as founders, and then is there a certain amount of people that are placed under us that as they're purchasing and buying the products at different pace that is distributed through all the 1 million plus founders? Or is this
Yes.
what we have to do? We have to do the work. You were saying that the
company, ONPASSIVE, is going to place people under every single founder on a rotating basis. And so what's going to happen is everybody's going to get, for buying a position, they're going to get the same amount of traffic. All 1 million people will get the same traffic for that same purchase. So it rotates, traffic goes to everybody all the time. So just take an example. They'll send 100 people to your website every day. And out of that 100, how many will buy something? We don't know. So we can't guarantee sales, but we can guarantee traffic. And so they're going to measure everybody getting traffic. And so the sales will happen automatically. Some people will get 1% conversion. Some will get 3% conversion. You know, a lucky guy might get 12% conversion one day. As people start looking at traffic, ads and things, they're going to be led to these websites that we have built for us with targeted traffic. So they're going to already know what the people want before they send them there. So there's going to be probably a higher conversion than what normally you see online. So anyway, everybody in ONPASSIVE gets the same amount of traffic per position they own. And we do have a feature where if you want to buy extra traffic, it'll be available. If you want to push one particular product, like even at your own store, if you sell tennis shoes at your store and you want to have ONPASSIVE market your tennis shoe store, you could buy extra traffic just for people who want tennis shoes. So that's available too. That's another product that we have, is traffic, and people could buy extra traffic. But for the positions that are in ONPASSIVE, everybody gets the same amount of traffic every day. And you can build your own business if you want to put people in. Like a lot of the leaders have 200, 300, 400 customers already in as founders under them. And so when we launch, all those people will be having a monthly subscription that they have paid towards this product usage, this activation fee. And the people that sign them up will get the money. They'll get a portion of that income, that override. So it pays to pre-build. What I'm saying, OnPassive builds it for you, or you can build it in addition. So you both have increasing numbers of customers.
Yeah, I think relationships are always really important, building your own, and then having those on the outside of that that come in is just it's icing on the cake, to say. So then, how about like it's showing like Kickstarter and GoFundMe? We were looking at Patreon to go and do certain parts of our crowdfunding infrastructure. So what this has in it is a program that is set up sort of the same way to build on crowdfunding technology.
Oh, and it's much more superior to those. Actually, I think it's going to be it'll blow your mind. You'll actually be able to build your website within OBless. You'll be able to market your products, your service, your I'm thinking of a mission or a nonprofit. You can market it to the world through OnPassive. Yeah, you can actually send out the word to 1 million people, 2 million people, 5 million people, and talk about your particular project. So it's much more powerful, I think, when you look at all the possibilities. Being in the ecosystem, a founder, being inside gives you a stronger position with OBless also. You'll be able to reach people that you couldn't reach if you were just a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and here's another thing. Influencers are going to make a fortune being in OnPassive. Say if an influencer talks to their flock about OnPassive and they give a link to their flock of 2 or 3 million people, well, if they come in and join by using OMail, which is going to be free, most of the things that we have are paid products, but some are free, like ONet will be like Facebook or YouTube. If they get their followers to go on ONet to follow them on their videos, well, that locks them into that person for life. That particular person's locked in. And that means if they decide to become an OnPassive customer one day, they're going to come into that person that showed them that OMail or that ONet. And, just by registering to see ONet, the video, they lock them in. So influencers, once they get to sharing some of their videos, their songs, that means that base, that customer base, is going to be suddenly hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people. And when you talk about hundreds of thousands of customers, that means tens of thousands of income per month for the person who shared it with them. So it's dramatic in the number of dollars that'll be made in OnPassive. They pay pennies or pieces of pennies in YouTube for a hit. With OnPassive, you get one hit on one video, and that locks people into an income stream when they buy any product. So that could be thousands of dollars, not just pennies. It's a major difference. When people start realizing that, the influencers are going to flock to OnPassive.
That's very smart.
Viral marketing is going to really rocket this thing. Viral marketing.
And then also building like e-commerce stores and the O shop I'm seeing on here.
Oh, yeah.
So then,
yeah, you really hit a sweet spot when you said that word. We have 3 e-commerce types of businesses. We got O-Market, O-Commerce, and O-Shop. And so, things like Amazon, things like Shopify, those things may be having competition. Very likely. We can put our products up. We can do affiliate marketing sales right here through OnPassive.
mm-hmm.
You know how many affiliate marketing people are out there? Hundreds of thousands.
There really are. Yeah, we're just preparing all of our product lines, which is a very large library and catalog that will be used. So we're excited.
Yeah, and if you're in OnPassive, you can market within OnPassive. If you have a certain founder position. You just got the inside store on everything. You can do more than as a customer.
Hmm. And then how about for social media? The ONET, is that the...
Yeah, it's gonna be sweeter than Facebook and kinder than Twitter, and it's gonna take the place of WhatsApp. It's gonna take the place of Telegram. It's gonna do all those things all in one. It's gonna be less censorship. You can't do anything illegal, but we're not gonna be chasing down people for what's happening these days on the internet.
Yeah, I noticed like in our Now site technology is that each and every day the AI brings up an image. Let's say if we're in the music and the entertainment industry, and it gives us images around that and is prepared. All I got to do is just basically 3 clicks and it's off. So does it have that, I guess, based into it as well, so that it can keep us in communication with the different networks of the social media?
I don't think we've seen the inner workings of the program enough to tell you yes or no on that question. But if you have something that's interesting and that we'd like to put it into it, Nash has always said if we need it, we'll build it.
Yeah. And then how about for database management? Now we start getting, let's say when we're doing events, we start collecting a lot of information from people. It was showing on here like SendGrid. I've never used that, but I guess what we would put that database into a certain area, and then we'd be able to to segment them and to put them in, and to really learn the personalities of the people and the information behind them.
Yeah, we have a full suite called OLead that does those things, a CRM with funnel making capabilities and whatnot. So several of our products will have different database capabilities, but we've got OPost, which is like a mass mailer. You mail hundreds of thousands of people at one time, or you can have the OLead for the funnels and the database. We'll have contact managers. Things will be built into the programs to be seamless together too. So there's something called OPAL that's going to come up. That's going to be your personal communication device. There's OPeer, which is a lot like Slack, a communication device for large companies. Secure, so that it's not out on the waves of the internet. It's within your company, like an intranet. It's called OPeer. So there are quite a few products out there. OConnect is going to be a great competitor to Zoom and GoToWebinar. We'll have Academy, which will be like the best e-learning platform available. So you can put all your courses up. You can charge or give away courses for free. It manages everything, including the e-commerce, the money side of the equation. Students can pay. Teachers can get paid in different languages, as we talked about. There's one feature that's AI generated that's an attention observation tool where you can tell when your students aren't paying attention.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I think there may be one in the old chat that tells the disposition of the client. You can tell when the AI will know if they're upset, happy, concerned. It'll know emotions and respond accordingly, so it doesn't, if somebody's mad, you're going to quickly get over to a human to answer their questions, maybe. Yeah, this is fun. Being involved with artificial intelligence and all its ramifications and all these different products. And the good thing they tell us is that anybody can use these products because they're kind of idiot proof. They're already put together so that most things are done for you. You don't have to figure it out. I'm really waiting to see how it can make me a idiot-proof spreadsheet operator, because I never learned Lotus 1, 2, 3. And so I have no clue how to do a Lotus spreadsheet. I'm just going to wait and see if it can make me smart.
Yeah, I know specific formulas in the Excel, yet I'm dangerous at that point, and I would rather just bring it over to the bookkeepers and the accountants and the CFO. Let them really handle that side of it. Mostly as we start going into some major league funding and monies that will be accumulated in revenues.
Absolutely.
It's going to be very important to keep all that together.
Hey, speaking of Major League, how about them Braves? My hometown team won the World Series.
They did.
I'm based out of Atlanta, you guys. You don't know that, most of you, but Atlanta's my hometown. Born and raised here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were inspired by Stone Mountain out there next to Atlanta.
Yeah, I used to live in Stone Mountain, so that was in my backyard.
Oh, wow.
I actually walked outside, looked over my rail, and could see Stone Mountain on the ground right next to me, because that rock, it's not just in that one place. It kind of has outcroppings all around, and I had a part of Stone Mountain right in my backyard.
Wow. Yeah, our backyard has a big, beautiful lake. That's what I'm looking at. It's just becoming what time is it? We're 6 o'clock. Yeah, so we're just on past the sunset. We got a big mountain on one side and a lake right in front of us.
So you guys are in what state?
San Diego, California.
Oh, I love San Diego. Yeah. Been there 4 or 5 times. Always had a great time.
Yeah, it's not as sticky and as Florida. Florida has a lot more moisture than we get.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's very hot and sticky.
The humidity of Florida will get you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a very interesting series of product, and it'll be interesting to see how to use it and to then bring on a team of people around that, so that
I'd love to strategize with you, AJ, about how to do that. That's one of the things that I've been working hardest on, and we've got I got 510 people on my team, personal team, and I like helping people do the pre-building stage. That's kind of the fun. So we have a group in Singapore. We got a group in Trinidad, Tobago, a lot of people around the U.S., of course. So San Diego, be great to have a team there. Everybody's doing well around the world, picking up more and more customers, more and more founders on their teams. Looking forward to that day where everybody's got about 200 or 300 people on their team, and they're sitting back, relaxing with a cold one.
Yeah, what I envision is, when things like that take place, is that we take everybody on a cruise or go someplace together, and then we can all celebrate and have a couple meetings, and in between that, just really thoroughly enjoy each other's company and really get to know each other and help support and uplift people in their greatest ways to become greater versions of themselves.
Absolutely. There's a cruise already planned. We've got people that are really looking forward to the travel aspects of this, to get together. We've made friends with one another around the world. And, we spent day after day on webinars with people, but we never physically met them. And so a lot of people are looking forward to the day they get to meet in person at destinations and enjoy each other's company, talk about what's next, what's the big item they want to do. And when we have our webinars, you'll have a lot of that dream casting. You'll have a lot of people thinking about projects. There's a young man up in Detroit, Michigan, who's going to solve homelessness, and they have a project to end homelessness in Detroit.
Wow.
So everybody's got visions. Everybody's got a separate vision of what they want to do to bring to the world. And it's probably a million different ones if you have a million founders. It's a huge, huge fun time when you get together on the webinars.
Yeah, and our vision is quite grand. You know, if we think of, you know, bringing humanity into its greatness here in the 21st century. And, you know, over 30 years in the making to, you know, we've had to restructure and to really bring everything back in. And now we're preparing to blossom into a whole new series of systems that will happen, you know, all through the rest of the century, way beyond our lifetime. And so I think it's important as founders to actually to meet with others that have that same heart-centered feeling, and knowing that we are moving with technology into the AI. How can we best use AI and so that we can grow with it and to serve humanity and make the environment a better place.
Hey, AI with a heart, technology with a heart. That's kind of our motto. Mm-hmm. It fits real well. I see we have David wanting to ask a question. David, go ahead and turn your microphone and your video on if you want to. We'll be glad to talk with you too. Come on, David. Don't be shy now. AJ, what's the name of your company again? Your group?
Waterfall Music.
Waterfall Music.
Yeah, and if you go waterfallmusic.now.site, that's the thing is, you know, would I use the Now site along with the your technology, or would I just move everything over to ONPASSIVE? You know, that's what I have to see of what is the migration. Waterfallmusic.now.site.
SITE?
Yes.
Yeah, look it up. That sounds good.
Yeah, you'll hear embedded tracks of the music that'll be there, and at the bottom there's 4 buttons that can take you to different areas, and even 14 different albums of Paul Lloyd Warner. And the great thing is some of his the biggest of the symphonies since 1990, we would actually go to the national parks after being at these big art shows and we would have him conduct and compose and write his newest symphonies right there. And they're all original. This is the new 21st century progressive classical music to our time. And wow. It'll be, you know, scored for the orchestras. It'll be, you know, sync licensed into many other films. And then we have a huge body of his writings. You know, we have 30 manuscripts with thousands of pages of his work. And Paul Lloyd Warner's legacy is you know, to be moving in and to be alive with the different aggregators and the different platforms that are worldwide, and to be brought into many different languages. And the unique thing about instrumental music, you know, it's universal in itself.
Absolutely. Well, this is a perfect vehicle for you guys. And ONPASSIVE is always celebrating artists, by the way. We have singers and musicians that put together songs about ONPASSIVE that you'll hear. Some of them are quite talented, and some of them are interesting. Hey, David, I see you turned on your mic, so welcome. What can you ask us? Are you there, David?
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Father.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm from India. David Raju, Pastor David Raju, Father.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for giving a wonderful time to join with you. I'm very much happy. This is the first time that I have given the collection with you, sir.
Oh, thank you, David.
Yeah.
Are you a member? Are you a member already, or are you just looking in?
Yes. I remember, and I received everything, messages. and all everything. Since 20 years back onwards, I'm doing the ministry at India, Andhra Pradesh, villages side.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we are the group of pastors also with me, and we're doing his ministry by faith. God is leading in a perfect way. We are praying. We need your blessing, prayer, and encouragement for the Lord's work to save more souls for Christ in my
Absolutely.
villages side. Yes, we need your prayers, Father.
We support you guys. Absolutely.
Thank you, Father. Thank you for everything I'm hearing. And I need your instruction to how to go forward for the Lord's ministry the coming days in this end of time. So now, so
Absolutely.
many pastors, people are having much problem, and people are praying before the Lord. God has showing you to hear and get a more instruction to go by faith for the glory of God.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Father.
You know it's true. Yes,
Yes, Father.
we do have the recording tonight. This recording,
Yes, Father.
this webinar is being recorded. Somebody was asking over in the side chat. So I just wanted to let people know we are recording this, and it's on YouTube, and it will also be available immediately afterwards. David,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for,
Yes.
do you have a question or anything?
I'm happy with you, Father. Thank you very much.
We're
No
glad
question.
you are attending. Thank you so much.
Thank,
Thank
thank
you for
you,
the work
Father.
you're doing in India.
Yes, but please pray for my family, ministry, and all the pastors. And if
Absolutely.
if it is possible, please visit us. We welcome you, sir.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have many visits in the future, as long as we can let our
Yes.
countries will let us come in from different countries to visit. You know, that's the key right now, is who lets you in and who won't. But we want to
Yes,
all
Father.
come to India and travel.
Yes, Father.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Father.
Be blessed. You're doing a great job, great service. Hey, it's been a real fun time, everyone. I enjoyed the conversation tonight with AJ and David and all the guys lurking on the sides. Keep up the good work. And if you have a question, let me know. If you want to join us, you got the link. And if you need any more, you can always find me at Dr. Bill Williams, ONPASSIVE Leader on YouTube. There's always a link there that you can communicate through the comments. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you one day live, AJ, in San Diego. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Father. Thank you. Good
Yes,
morning.
good.